Welcome and welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Star. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. To those that might be new, we are the Light Renegades. We are a collective of leading beings bringing you information from the stratospheres that are ever expanding. We are disclosing cosmic secrets and hopefully bringing forward information to help you stand ever more in your sovereignty and in your power. That being said, if you are here for the first time, thank you for joining us. I want to say that today's message feels pretty self-indulgent somewhere, everyone. Apologies that today's messages are very much all about me, but it's very much about so many of you also. This is kind of a splice message between a personal channeling but also a channeling for all of the collective. So it feels very different in its energy, so apologies in that. And it feels very stoppy and starty for me to try and get through. This is take number, I'm not entirely sure what, I don't look at this point, so apologies. If it feels a little bit stoppy starty, I'm really going to try and bring it forward as smoothly as possible. But there is a lot of dense expressions being brought through this channeling. There was a lot of trigger warnings on this message, and I want to say there are two series that you should perhaps go and watch after receiving this message or before, which is my personal message within the Darkness series and Anna Maria fellow Light Renegade spaces within the Polarity Paradox, coming from this expression that we are very much here to be seeding in the aspects of the light and dark in tandem. And after more time away, after more time healing, I'm started to understand the Light Renegades are very much here to bring the darkness to the forefront of the expression of the collective so that we can heal to a deeper capacity our shadow, but also put the dark in its rightful place as equal to the light somewhere. And that has to be our truth. There is components between light and dark aspects that are helpful in different stages of our journey. And I've been really having to shed a lot of this darkness so that I can step ever more into my light, but also accepting my shadow, but also understanding that the darker aspects are here to teach us something. And those somethings are very much things that we are having to face now. And this has been something that has been brought forward through the Darkness series. So please do partake in that. If you receive this message today and you think, oh, I think there might be more that I want to understand, you can always reach out to me personally. Anna Maria also, if you watch her Polarity Paradox messages and those resonate with you too. But we are here to bring awareness to the dark, bring light to the dark, but also bring darkness into the light. Because I think so many on a spiritual path and an awakening path just completely run, will try and run from their shadow, try and run from the dark and pretend that it doesn't exist. But we're here to put it in its rightful space of being honored, but also being acceptable and being part of the process. We cannot have light without dark, and that is going to continue for the end of time at this point. But please go easy, please go well, please be patient with me. I'm really trying to get through this, but yeah, there's just something about this message that is a lot, and there's massive trigger warning, so please receive this when you feel incapacity to. But I'm going to just jump right in. And the message from the GA to myself and to all of you was what happened. And this is what happened to me, but also what has perhaps happened to some of you out there in the collective. And this has happened to all of us Light Renegades to some capacity. Not everyone has had the exact same story, but we've all decided to take on this energy that is incredibly dark, incredibly dense, and connecting to the negative reptilian order. But this channeling is going to explain all of that. But if you have no idea who the negative reptilian order is, I would suggest pausing here and doing some personal research before partaking in this message. Otherwise, it might not make a lot of sense to you. But they started with, when you are moving from childhood to adulthood, you agreed that you would proceed to take on a level of the reptilian energy to help purge for the collective. In the mix of all that, you called in the dark, which to your intuition was actually a way for protection. So I was using the dark as a protection for me from this negative reptilian force. You needed a backbone of rebellion, of a fighting spirit, of a flame that you knew wasn't of this world, that you had seen already. From a young age, you were communicating with galactic and demonic realms, and by this we mean those that were there communicating with you as a means to halt you or take you off your inherent life path, and also those communicating with you, wanting to visit you and support you. It's a difficult expression to put into words. For you, all you remember is you, and not the yous that you have been. Yet for all of us, we still remember you and all that you are, all that you have ever been. So we came to you with information, whispers in your ear of encouragement and understandings that you could unlock when the time was right. You found yourself in a mix of some incredibly dense energies from a very young age, and this was your mission. You were right in thinking that your lack of food intake for many, many years was a lot more complex than an ED. Your body was a vessel for dense energy. You felt like you wanted to crawl out of your skin often, as you knew this wasn't your skin at a cellular level. For some, for many, the process of being a walk-in, we cannot make smoother, for you simply are sensitive beings, and to take away your sensitivity would be to take away your power. You became a target for many energies and entities. This is why you called upon for the help of Lucifer for support. I said trigger warning here with everyone. Now this is where we must state as a reminder that whom Lucifer is to you, me, will not be the same Lucifer to others, and so on. More of this to come, and I've been doing a lot of research into that sector whilst I've been away, everyone, so I'm going to have a little bit more information to bring forward when the time is right. But I'm going to continue. Whilst taking on the energies of negative reptilian order, holding and transmuting, this was causing a ripple effect out towards those around you. Your suffering meant that those around you would have to face their darkest demons, so to speak. A reminder that whatever you go through, your family and those closest to you also feel this presence, and vice versa. While so many are taken under the master's eye from a very young age, and this is the negative reptilian order, and Shauna L. Francis brought forward this information, some of her channelings. I'll try and find the video and tag it too. But this idea of that when you kind of hit that state of puberty and your energies are shifting, when you're becoming from a child state to an adult state, the master's eye of the negative reptilian order comes and really digs in its claws in that expression. We used you as a means to counterbalance this threat upon humanity. You became a shield unbeknownst to you within these tender years. You were not deeper aspects of your psyche. Through many hours of therapy and healing, this was allowing for you to broaden your capacities to be able to hold on to your innate knowledge and understanding in the years to come. As you grew stronger, as did your abilities to communicate with the other realms, there have been many, many incidences that you have forgotten along the way where your world met other dimensions. You were always a being that said, if I think something enough, it happens, where you're not. Anything you wanted to experience, you have called in a roundabout way. Now, this is not to say we gave you any special handouts. You fought long and hard for anything that was posed to you as an option. What many don't see when they see someone that has walked a long path is the true struggles. Many have just seen a version of you that they wish to be true in order to make themselves feel better. This is a reminder to anyone. If a being has something you would like for yourself, ask for it and believe that you can have it. It's as simple as that. Life path dependable, but there isn't much a being cannot ask for and be given at this stage of evolution. And especially here within the Light Renegade space, if you're receiving this content, you are, reaching real deep states of consciousness. So these energies, these are our playgrounds we get to explore. And yeah, I'm looking forward to bringing forward, much lighter spaces for us to explore as well, everyone. We digress. You and the Light Renegades were test subjects along with many others that you know for what it could mean to help humanity at a deeper capacity than ever before. You held the dark, transmuted it into light, and this is something you continue to do to this day. When you fall for all and not just yourself, and this goes for many of the collective witnessing this message today. If you've often wondered why life just felt a little bit more challenging for you, why seemingly easy steps to take and easy tasks for others felt like insurmountable challenges for you, perhaps you were part of a much larger framework that you wouldn't have been able to fathom until this present moment in your journey. So let this be a statement. Each soul is much more than they believe, no matter where you come from. The housewife, the lone ranger, the doctor, the kindergarten teacher, the dustbin man, the lollipop lady. Have you ever thought you are exactly where you're supposed to be? Completing a mission so large that even you haven't been given full awareness until now. Often those with the greatest tasks you would never assume, and it's been interesting to watch those around this soul truly come to see and discover whom she is at a soul's level. With the final message from us, never judge a book by its cover, because in fact, how they look just may be the biggest guys of all. All our love, the GA. And I was grateful to receive this message, although it felt pretty hard hitting at some aspects. And I think that, if this message is for you, it's going to ring true in some aspect, if not all aspects, but some. And I want to say, if you have more questions about your life path and what you perhaps have already been going through, please do not hesitate to reach out. That is exactly why we are here as a Light Renegade. You can reach out to myself at Anna Maria, and we will help you understand, your mission, your soul's path, and why you were placed on this earth, and perhaps your true mission connecting to the negative reptilian order and different aspects of life and soul. And I'm grateful to be able to understand myself deeper than ever before. I really needed to step out of victimhood and this expression of, in my pain, there was, I think, a state that I come to where I just hit breaking point. And if you are in real time, you know, I reached a real deep state of consciousness and emotional pain at the exact same time. And I thought, if I don't step away now, something's going to snap. So I had to pause to heal. And now that I'm on the other side of that healing, I can really see where I was stuck in a lot of this denseness that I've already been through. There were many, many years of darkness, of struggle, of confusion, of really feeling like I just didn't know why I was here. I didn't seem to engage with life the same way that everyone else did. And, you know, I've done a couple of videos about that, which you can see in the I think it's in the energetic update, my 3D life and my expression in that life thus far. So there's some expressions within this channeling that have already been brought forward, but I think the GA wanted to bring it forward now because so many of you are really having to stand stronger in your convictions of whom you are at a soul center space, specifically those that consider themselves to be starseeds or walk-ins or multidimensional beings here to help raise the consciousness of humanity. And I think somewhere along the way, you know, I've forgotten that. I very much was living a 3D life, and that was part of the purpose. We all come here with amnesia and we awaken to our souls, and you know, there were entities either side of that spectrum not wanting me to wake up, and I was very much under the thumb of a real dark expression for a very long time that I just had no awareness of, but I felt it. I just felt like I was living under a weighted blanket that no one else was living under, and I didn't understand it. So being able to understand it now at this deepest capacity really has given me a leg of empowerment that I just didn't have before. So I'm grateful for this message from the GA. I really do hope it helps some of the collective out there. And you know, if this resonates with you, please do not hesitate to reach out, because I think I'll be able to help you, I think, reach a deeper state of understanding exactly what your mission is and be able to help you step out of victimhood so that you can feel empowered too. And I realize that I've been having to grow on the job. The Light Renegades has been what feels like a daily diary of the first year and a bit. I kept saying that this channel was a year old last year, and it completely hasn't been. It's been 2. And that's because 2023 was a blur. 2024 still feels like a pretty deep blur, to be honest with you, everyone. And I'm going to go into that at a later date. But I've been dealing with this negative reptilian orders energy for such a long time at a cellular level that it's been incredibly difficult to find the light and keep my head above water. So I'm grateful to all of you that have really pulled me out of the depths of the darkness with your messages, with your comments, with your emails. And you know, at some points in this journey, I very much felt like, have I just gone crazy? And I'm grateful to have the Light Renegades to be there to support me. But you still reach those states of consciousness of just, damn, is this all real? Is this all true? Can this be the truth? Because it's so hard hitting. And I definitely reached that state of consciousness with what I was bringing forward before I stepped away. This idea of, you know, vampiric energies, narcissistic energies, and that in connection with the negative reptilian order somewhere. I just reached snapping point, and I thought, this is just so much, and it's so dark and it's so dense, and it got very, very personal very, very quick. So I had to take a pause and to heal, because I was healing from the beginning of it all. You know, I was healing from being a child and stepping into this state of just real dark and dense energy, and it feels thick. It feels like you're wading through tar. So if this resonates for you, you know, please do not suffer in silence. Please do reach out. It's exactly why we're here. And I think that Anna Marie and myself have very much been here to hold the next generation to come, because you know, I'm a 90s baby, so I said I hit brainwashing, you know, 10 out of 10. But I think those to come, those breaking free from the most recent years, the millennials, it's a whole other ball game. New levels, new devils is what I want to share. That's very much the expression that's been brought to my table to understand. So I'm looking forward to be able to bring forward more states of research that I've been in, because I think it's going to help us understand the light and dark polarities, but also help us understand what our true darkness means to us and how we can harness it to our best advantage. And you know, we are fighting fire with fire, so to speak, with some aspects of that within the negative reptilian order, which is why I think I brought forward so many beings, you know, with regards to pop culture, celebrity culture, which I think I hit my space of what I'm doing is pretty cutting edge, and it felt very it felt like a lot, and I thought this is going to be a lot to be conceived, you know, to the masses out there. So I think I hit a state of fear within bringing that information forward, but I'm looking forward to delving into deeper states of that expression for you all as well in the weeks to come. So please do watch that space for more of that expression. You will have a video go out at the end of this week from a new soul, not a new soul to me, but it will be perhaps a new soul to you within this space. But they've been here for a real long time, and yeah, I'm grateful for them to be stepping forward. This is actually the being that I was supposed to bring forward before Chester, but a lot happened. There's going to be more that I will express about that when I bring forward that soul in that video for you all. But I'm grateful for disclosure. I'm grateful for all of you fighting the good fight within your personal spaces, because it really is helping the collective at large. And you know, no task, no small means life job is, you know, not helping the collective. So wherever you find yourself in your life path, you are doing the work, you're on the mission, you're living the mission. So please be incredibly proud to you. Please pause, please celebrate yourself. And through getting through the day, you know, some times in this journey I just thought, I don't know how I'm going to get out of bed today, and that's just how it feels some days, and that's okay. Don't shame yourself for that. You are dealing with a lot, so please remember that. But that's all for myself in the GA today. I feel like there is lots that I want to share, but I know this is going to come out in future videos, so that's a snapshot of where I've been. Please do look out for the energetic update video, because I'm going to explain a little bit more about where I've been in conjunction with these energies. But I'm going to leave this as a standalone message, because I feel like this is here for the collective to receive and to pinpoint aspects for yourself to then step forward to us. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. That's exactly why the Light Renegades are here. But that's all for myself today in the GA, but take care for now.